Hey everyone, I'm going to be doing a double unboxing. I got two new decks. I'll show you. I got a Obsidian protection bracelet and a Unakite bracelet along with my Labradorite. I've had the Labradorite for some time, but I added these other two today, and then I also got me just a plain rose quartz. I just really felt drawn to it. This one I was drawn because obviously I'm a Reiki practitioner. Actually, I'm a Reiki master. And not only do I heal, I also teach and can certify people long distance. But these are the backs of the cards. This is the booklet. You could put notes in there. Has different spreads, which is interesting. I've never seen spreads in the middle of a book. It's usually at the front. So that's pretty cool. Definitely would suggest reading that. And then, of course, this is the box. It has a string, a ribbon. You can pull out the cards when you put them in there. This is the front. And this is the back. And like I said, it should be clear enough where you guys can pause it. I'm just going to go through the cards and show you real quick. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I do have my fan going. And I do have my Chihuahua beside me in bed. She kind of does this little sniffing and licking. She's my baby though. But I really just thought this was an interesting deck because I've not seen one. And I get on, Amazon and try to look for decks every once in a while, and I've just don't believe I've seen this one yet. So when I went to a local shop about 30 minutes away from my house, I seen it. I was with my boyfriend and I was like, you know what? I think I need this. So, and I do have another in-person reading tomorrow. Locally, of course. I do online private YouTube videos. Everything's kept confidential. The only thing is when I give you the link, I can go back and look at the video, and you can, unless you decide of your own will, you can send that link to somebody else, but it won't be public. So you're the only one that can give that link out if you do a private YouTube video with me. And that is pre-recorded. And I send it when I'm done. Of course, I answer the questions you have. And I do online readings face-to-face on camera. I could do that as well. Long distance healings with Reiki. Most of the time, I will do a 30 to 45 minute session. I could do an hour as well. And I will send notes of what I've kind of seen in the reading and the healing. And then you have the notes as well. So you can look at that anytime you want to go back. And again, that's by email. That's confidential as well. I don't give out other people's information. I don't mind doing it in person, but like I'm more of an online person, always have been, mainly because I am a strong empath and I can get drained pretty easily when I'm around people, and it does take a lot of energy. I feel like someone wants to get a better look at the book. So I can go table of contents, and you can still it, pause it, whatever, and, you know, go through it. So, yeah, I thought that was a kind of neat deck. And again, the bright orange is really neat. Then I also got this deck. And the fox was just adorable. And, I mean, the aesthetic is just so pleasing. And then I opened it up. Sorry, guys, I'm doing this with one hand. And those little birds, it's so chubby and cute. I love it. So, of course, this comes with a deck as well. This is the guidebook. And this one gives a colored description of the cards. So you're going to have every single one of them. And they're going to go in depth in it. And then that's kind of cool. It does have a section. So it has the cards where you're going to look at that. And then this is how to use the deck. It'll probably tell you to cleanse the deck, get to know it, interview it. I've never been one to interview my decks. But I have just picked a card for myself, and that kind of breaks in the introduction, I feel. And I like to always give myself a reading before I start reading for others. And then sometimes I will actually keep some decks, and these are the backs of the cards, but I sometimes will just keep a specific deck for myself. There might be one or two that I read just for myself and not others, but for the majority I will end up using it with my clientele, because most of my clientele some of them come back, and so they're not going to want the same deck over and over again. And that's understandable. It's always good to have extra and different visuals when you want a reading, especially if you're coming back for a similar situation or a similar question. So that's how I look at it. And these are the cards. Really pretty. Kind of weird. They have some, I don't want to say weird, but more of a shadowy aspect to it. And like, to me, this is more shadowish. Like, there is a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of makes you identify or question some of your initial thoughts about a card when you look at cards like that. Like, what am I getting from this? So it really just makes you think. Like, what is going on here? There's more than just meets the eye here, you know? I really like that one. It's cute. And me and my mom looked through these, but I'm just showing you guys as well. And it is nice to, you know, look through the deck a couple times before you start really reading it with others, because you know if the energy changes for a person, you know, that's wanting a reading. This is interesting. So this has Demeter, and I wasn't expecting any god or goddess in this deck, but she came through, so I thought that was interesting. So obviously this person is connected to her energy, especially when it comes to the earth element. And for whatever reason, I am being shown clairvoyantly those air plants that was at this shop that I got these cards at. And the place I went is Sage and Tonic. So if you're in Logansport, Indiana, go check her out. She's very sweet, and she has a very good energy, and her little shop is very cozy and inviting and got good energy in it. So, and she kind of treats you like she's known you for a while, and you know, and like you could be friends or family. So that's a nice feeling. I got that when I went to another shop that I used to go to in Portage, Indiana. That was the Blue Butterfly. That's one of my favorite shops locally. But that's actually not too local because it's over an hour away, I believe, or pretty close to it. So when I go there, it's like a once a year thing, and yeah, so that's another place that's good. They're more of a pagan, I would say, energy. Where this shop, I'm not 100% sure. More eclectic, I believe, but that's besides the point. I'm just kind of giving you the energies I feel behind these shops, but definitely worth going and checking out. And then they also have great coffee down the road at Logansport, Indiana, which is the Black Dog Coffee, and they have all kinds of coffee. They got music. They got, sometimes I think they have some events, like you can get some alcohol, which I don't like that, but to each is their own. And they have, you know, local members that bring in things that they collect, that they harvest, and also that they make by hand. And the one shop that kind of, I don't want to say, they have their own shop, but they also kind of work together into that Black Dog Coffee, which is Brett Manning, and she does a lot of witchy stuff. She does candles and all that good stuff, so check her out as well. She's from Royal Center, Indiana. So I'm mentioning all these people because I feel like those that, you know, watch my channel and they're from Indiana and they're close by, you know, check it out. Because when I first started this path, there really wasn't anyone that kind of knew, or there wasn't that much out there. And now there is, so it's great to be able to refer people to great places and great people. And what's the other? There's some crystal shops in Knox, Indiana, but I can't remember the name right now. Like I said, I'm more acquainted with Portage and also Logansport. So yeah, thanks for listening to my ramble, and I hope you guys enjoyed this double unboxing. If you have any comments or questions, leave it down below, and always like, share, and comment and subscribe, and let me know what you guys would like to see. Many blessings.